Well, hello everybody and happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, January 13th, 2026. I'm trying to get myself straight. And this is Lisa Freeman coming to you live from stampingwithlisa.com. Hello. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a great night. I'm trying to read the comments and look at you guys. So it was freezing today. I'm so cold. I just can't get warm. So I'm just, I turned the heat up right before I started the video because I was so cold. So I hope you guys are having a great day. And I'm so excited. I haven't shown myself in a long time. So I was like, I think since I'm dressed and everything, I'll just show myself for a few minutes and chit chat, and then we'll do some stamping. So how's that sound? Let me say hello to everybody. Let me see. Hello, Nancy. Hey, Marva. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Regina. Hey, H. Martin. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Trina. Let me see. There's so many duplicates on here. Hey, Linda. Hey, let me see. Hilda. Myra. Tony. Oh, now we got everybody jumping on. Hey, Renee. Hey, Bean and Basia. Hey, Ann. Hey, Patty. Hey, Marie. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Heather. Hey, Jody. Tootsie Bell. Hey, Chris. Hey, Paula. Hey, Marie. Oh, first time you've seen me. Hey, Amy. First time you've ever seen me live. I'm so cold. My hands are like ice. Oh, my mother, she's doing good. I just went to see her today, and we did some more videos. So I'll be posting some of those on her channel. She's so funny. She just likes to complain a lot. So I listened to her for about 10 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, you're going to take a deep breath, and then you're not going to complain anymore the whole time I'm here, because I didn't come over here to visit you so you could complain the whole time. So she finally said, okay, okay, okay. She goes, I just need to vent. And I said, well, call your sister and vent to her. I was talking about her sister. I'm like, have you called her? Because her sister called me. And her sister's like 85 and lives in North Carolina. And she said no. And because her sister called me and she said, I haven't heard from her in like 2 weeks and she doesn't answer her phone. So when I said, did you call her? She goes, no, all she does is complain and talk about the same thing. Like every time I talk to her. And I said, wow, that sounds familiar. She stuck her tongue out at me. And I said, well, that kind of seems like what you do. I said, every time I talk to you, it's the same thing. All you do is complain about your roommate. And then, I just kind of say, okay, I've had enough. So, oh, who says? Cindy said it's like spring there today. Well, we had spring last week. Now it's cold. So I'm freezing. And I can't get warm. All right, so we're making this gorgeous card today. I don't know if it comes out straight on there. Is it straight? Hold on, let me look. Nope, it's backwards. Okay, so we're making this card, but it's the reverse of it. And I'm going to show you what we're using in a second because everything's backwards now because I've got the camera going the wrong way. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let me see. I got to get situated. And I'm going to flip you over. Here we go. Oh, okay. Let's see if we're straight. Nope, not at all. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here's the card we're making. And look at that bow. Didn't I do a good job on that bow? I thought it was so cute. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to try and do more of these little fun bows. And then we're using this new Stone and Vine 3D embossing folder, which is gorgeous. I used that, and then this is what it looks like when you emboss it. It almost looks like, instead of ivy, it kind of looks like a little starfish, I think, but it's got like stones, and then this is supposed to be ivy, so I think it's really pretty. So we're using that, and then we're using the Nature Symphony bundle, So we'll be using this stamp. No, not this stamp. We're using that on a different card in my class. We're using this one and this one and this one today. And then also this die to cut out this. And I did cut it. Actually, that's two different dies from this, and I cut them in half and put one on the top, one on the bottom. So what I did was I cut out 3 of them with different shades of the same piece of paper, and then I cut them all like into pieces so I could use them and kind of mix and match. But I used that paper, which is gorgeous. So here's the paper. So I used this piece for these dies. So I cut a strip, and then I cut like one here, one here, one here. So I had some dark, some medium, some light. So that's how I did that. And then I took it like right here and I snipped it, and then I snipped some right there too. So I got like 3 pieces out of it. So that's what I did with that. And if I didn't show, well, I know I showed you this the other day, but I'll show you again because this paper is so pretty. This is the one that has the little scripty stamp in it. So you've got those 2. Then you've got the blue version, and it's got a little bit of shading in there. This one's really pretty too. I think this would be good to cut this die out and get all different shades of colors. I think that would be really pretty. And then we've got, the back is pretty peacock. And then oh, here's my favorite one, the scripty one. I don't know why it's in there backwards. And then we've got the green, and then like the old Oliver Mossy Meadow piece, and then the pretty peacock, which we're also using a piece of that today. So that's this piece right here, and we're stamping on it. So that's it. This is really a pretty easy card, but we're only going to make one tonight. So, I mean, it has a few steps to it. So, and if you want to order it, if you haven't gotten it yet, it's probably my favorite one in this catalog. So this is the Spring Mini catalog, and it's on page 38 and 39, and it's the Nature Symphony suite, and it's only $85. Usually the suites are about 100 and something, but this one is only 85. So you get the stamp set and the dies, the gems, which are like little hexagon metallic things, this paper, which is the kind of cottony looking natural fiber paper, and it's 12 by 12, and then this pack that I just showed you, and the ribbon. So lots of stuff in there, and it's only $85. And then if you buy this bundle, since it's over $75, you'll get the extra stamp set that's the product of the month for only $5, and it's bonus days, so you'll get an extra $5 coupon for next month when you order next month. So lots of stuff going on. We got the bonus days, we got the product of the month stamp set, which is really good this month, and then for every $100 you order, you'll get entered into the drawing for a free mystery box, and you'll get this card kit. And let me see, today's Wednesday, Friday's the last day, so that's the 15th, I think. Wait a minute, what's today, Tuesday? No, Thursday is the 15th. So Thursday's the last day. And I'll be doing a new kit on Thursday night. So I will be here for you guys on Thursday because I've been doing a new kit. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it'll be something pretty. And I got a couple cards in the mail. Let me show you those. So first one is from Sue Deppis. And I love this, love this, love this. So I did a card kind of similar to this a little bit, but she embossed it, which I think is gorgeous, and she did a fun fold, well, like a different fold, and then put a piece here. So I love that. Gorgeous card. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's from Sue, and then this one is from Loretta Pearson, and she did a nice winter card for New Year's. That's for New Year's. So love that, and I love how she has this thing on the front of her card. That is so cute. I love that. All right, so those are my happy mails, and I think that's all I got for now. So let's get started. So we've got a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 pretty peacock, and oh, I forgot to read some comments, didn't I? Let me see. Sue's card base. Let me see. Where did it go? Sue's card. The card base, I think that's 1 inch short. So it's probably 5.5 by, let me see. Yeah, it's 1 inch. So it's 5.5 by 7.5 instead of 5.5 by 8.5. And then she scored it at 4 1/4. And then that is really pretty. Love it. All right, so that is, oh, Marie, sorry. You're a hubby demonstrator. You mean a hobby demonstrator? Oh, Deborah, you didn't get a catalog. Okay, I'll have to call Stampin' Up and tell them to send you one. I don't know why some people didn't get it. I know at least 3 or 4 people that didn't get it yet. Yes, Sue does make very beautiful cards. And I tell you what, I get more cards from her than anybody else. So thank you, Sue, for all the good ideas. Okay, so that's 5 1/4 by 4, basic beige. And then this piece is the one I did a 4 by 5 1/4, and then I cut it in half. So I got 2 out of 1 piece. And then I started to do the blending on the whole piece before I cut it. So that's why this already has a little bit of blending on it. And then I said, oh, I need to cut it first and then blend it. So it's already like halfway done. And then this piece is the Nature Walk with the peacock on the back. And then this is that scripty piece. Whoops. Here's that scripty piece. This is 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. And this was 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. And then this is just a 1 inch wide scrap of basic beige for our words. And I'm going to rip it, so it doesn't matter how long it is. We're going to rip it. And then I've got my little flowers. And then I've got this piece right here, which is, you can use Pretty Peacock cardstock. I just used the scrap that I had from this leftover. So Pretty Peacock cardstock will work fine, but I used the scrap of designer paper. So there's all your pieces. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Pretty Peacock's probably one of my favorite colors. Oh, Amy says she enjoys her Sue mail. Me too. Boy, Sue sends a lot of cards to everybody, doesn't she? And every time she sends one, she usually sends one for my mother and now one for Brenda too. So we get lots of cards. And Loretta sent one for both of them too, I think. So thank you guys for sending all the cards. And my mother said to tell y'all thank you. She loves getting the cards. That's the first thing she said to me. Did I get any cards? I said, yeah, you got a couple. Okay, so hopefully you got that. I'll tell you what, I go through some Post-it notes, but luckily I have a ton. Because I'm like a paperaholic, so I love paper and Post-it notes and all that stuff, so I have tons. Okay, so what we're going to do first, everything is stamped in Pretty Peacock. So let me scoot this over just a little bit. Okay, so here we go. All right, first thing I think I'm going to do is stamp this piece and the inside. This is the inside. I got a little piece of ink on there, so don't look at that. All right, so we'll stamp this. So I'll put this over here. I'll keep this for my word. And I need a scrap piece. Okay. We've got lots of stuff here. All right, let's do this first and the words. And get that out of the way. All right, so the words are going to go on this piece right here. And we're going to do it right on the end. This is a dirty block. I need to clean this. It's like hard to see through it. Okay, came out pretty good. And then we're going to rip that, and then I'm going to sponge it. So I just took it and sponged the edges. I did dip it first, and then I decided I wanted a little bit more sponging on there than that, so I decided to go all the way around. And if you want it darker, you can just dip it in the ink pads, but then that only gets the real edge of it. And then I took this one, which is just, I don't even know what you would call that, kind of a texture stamp, and stamp that, and then stamp it off really good. And then I think I stamped it. Yeah, there we go. You don't want it too dark because you don't want to like hide your words, but that gives it a really cool look. So I like that. Okay, so there's the words. Then on the inside, I did this little leaf because I'm using the big leaf for a card I'm doing in class this week, so it's in a different box. So I just took this one and stamped it a couple times like that. And then I took this and did the same thing, stamp off, and then kind of stamp over top of it like that. And then I took a little bit of blending brush and kind of went over it like that. So there you go. So that's the inside. And then this just gets sponged with our blending brush. I always say sponge, but it's really, I guess, inked up. And I did it pretty dark. Oh, Jalen's on here. Hey, Jalen. Oh, Marie, you got your Christmas card. Good. Hey, Kathy from Florida. All right, so we're just gonna sponge this. I'm kind of doing a little bit of pressure. If you don't want everything sponged, you could just do really light and just get like just the ivy part. I still think this looks like starfish though. So I have a funny story. So I think I told you guys about my contacts I was getting, but I don't think I told you the story about it. So the contacts, I went and got my exam and everything, and my vision had changed quite a bit, and I have an astigmatism. So this is the first time they've ever given me a special contact for the astigmatism. And so they ordered the contacts, and then they order a sample one. So you get the sample, you try the sample out for a week or so and see if you like it, and then you can open the boxes. But so my contacts came in, but not the extra sample box. And so as long as the boxes aren't open, you can switch them out if you don't like them. All right, so there's that. And then this one I actually stamped also. So I called them and I'm like, you know, it's been over a week and my, it says my contacts are in, but not the sample box. So I guess they forgot to order it. So they had to order it again. And so I waited and waited, and I called back, and finally they came in. So I went up there to get them, and she said, okay, let's go to the back and you got to try them on. I said, okay. So I go in the back, and I start talking to the girl, and somehow we got on the subject of stamping, and she goes, what is stamping? And I said, you never heard of like Stampin' Up and making cards and stuff? And she goes, no. And she goes, but it sounds really fun. She goes, I think I would like to do that. And I was like, oh, let me tell you about it. So I'm sitting there like, you know, getting the little thing out to put the contact solution in and take my other ones out before I put the other ones in. Well, I get to talking like I do have a habit of doing. And I go to put the new contacts in, and I put them in. I'm like, I can't see. I said, there's something wrong. I said, they're so blurry. Like, I can't see anything. And the girl's like, oh my God, oh my God. She goes, I'm panicking now. I don't know what to do. So she was kind of new. And so she goes, let me go ask the other girl what I should do. So I'm going to sponge this just to make it more pretty peacock, because it's kind of grayish. And so I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I can't see anything. And I said, well, I'm just going to take these out, put my other contacts back in. So I take them out and I could see fine. I said, oh my God, I forgot to take the other ones out. So I had put the new contacts in on top of the old contacts. So I had two sets of contacts in my eye, two like double the prescription in there. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I've never done anything like that before. So I walk around to the front. So then I took those out and then put the new ones in, and I could see fine. So I go out to the front, and I said, I figured out what I did. And they're like, what? I said, well, I had a blonde moment. And they're like, what? I said, I put the contacts in without taking the other ones out. And they were dying laughing. They're like, oh my God. They said, you were giving us a heart attack out here because we didn't know what was wrong. I said, I know it. I was having a heart attack too. Okay, so now we're going to put this together. So this goes on the inside. So I thought that was a funny story. I was telling it at class today and they were just laughing at me. Somehow we got to laughing so hard today, my stomach was hurting because we just couldn't stop laughing. So I was sitting there with my mother. This goes on first, this piece right here. And she said, I haven't been able to find my videos. They're gone. I said, what do you mean they're gone? She goes, I looked and I couldn't find them. I said, you looked on YouTube? She said, yeah. I said, they're right there. I said, they can't just disappear. So I showed her how to find them again. And no, they didn't stick together at all. I think because they were only in for just a few minutes. And they didn't stick. Because I was worried about that. They would be stuck together. But no, they can't. The top ones came right off. And then I just took the bottom ones off and put the new ones in. All right, so this is going to go down this edge. I don't think it matters which direction. I could do it that way. So I showed her how to do it. So she starts watching him. So about 30 minutes later, I said, is that what you're going to do while I'm here today? Watch your videos of yourself? And I said, you could do that like anytime, really. She's just sitting there hysterical laughing. And she goes, oh. And she was watching him like 2 or 3 times and just laughing. And I said, don't you remember that joke? You were the one that told it. And she was just cracking up. Oh, I forgot. I was going to rip this. So I'm going to rip this just a little bit. And then I got to sponge it. I forgot that too. So I'm just ripping off maybe like 1/4 of an inch. And then let me sponge it real quick. So anyway, she was sitting there watching them. And I said, why don't we make a couple videos today? I said, we haven't made any in a while. Because every time I've gone lately, she's been kind of like losing her voice. She goes, okay. So then we started making some and we were laughing. She just gets such a kick out of telling jokes. It's so funny. All right, so there we go. So we just sponged the edge there. So then that's going to go right on the middle, kind of covering where the gap is there. I love this paper. So hold that down because it's kind of going over the embossed part. So you want to hold that down for a minute. My knee is much better. I think most of you guys know I did a fast the last Friday. I started Friday and ended Monday. So I didn't think I'd be able to do it. I really thought Friday or Saturday I was not going to make it. So I just said, I was so determined. I'm like, I've got to do it. I've got to do it because I have got to lose some weight, like really bad. And, you know, I'm going on that cruise, the Stampin' Up cruise in May. And, you know, I'm having like the knee problem. And then, you know, I don't want to worry about being able to fit in the seat and being, you know, like having to pay for 2 tickets. I'm like, that's not going to happen. I mean, I think I could fit in the seat, but, you know, I don't want to be like fat. All right, this is going to go on with dimensionals. And, you know, I want to be able to do stuff. So I did this thing on Facebook. Some of you guys, if you're Facebook friends with me, know what I'm talking about. So it was like this thing. I forget what it's called, but you put your profile picture in and you can put yourself with like different outfits and different bodies and different hair and just see what you look like. And so I did a few of mine and I posted one on Facebook, the one I liked the best. And I looked at myself and I thought, dang, I said, I could look like that again. Because it was really similar to what I used to look like when I was younger. And I was a lot thinner. And I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to use that picture as inspiration. And um, I just ripped this a lot shorter than last time, I just realized. So let me move this over just a little bit. So every time I thought about eating this weekend, I just looked at that picture and I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And we're going to stick these under here like so. So I just need to put some glue on that. This is when I need those tweezers. Now see, this is really kind of thin where they come together is very thin. So it's kind of hard to, you got to be really careful you don't rip it. So that's really one of the reasons I cut it, because, well, I wanted to use smaller pieces, but I was worried it was going to rip anyway. All right, so stick that down. So that was my inspiration, that picture. So I've been really good. So yesterday was the first day I ate anything, and I made the mistake of eating regular food because I found out I should have eaten like something very minimal, like broth or toast or something. And I just had some, I thought, well, I'll eat very healthy dinner. I'll have a little bit of chicken and a little bit of sweet potato, which I thought was very healthy. But my stomach was like, what are you doing? We have no food in here and you're giving us regular food. And needless to say, it did not sit well. So after that happened, then I decided, okay, so today I had bone broth and a piece of toast for breakfast. And I'm telling you what, that bone broth was really good. And it's got like, I want to say 20 grams of protein for like a cup of it. So I thought, dang, that's really good. And they say you're supposed to get up and drink hot liquid anyway in the morning. It's really good for your digestion. So I had sourdough bread and had a piece of that. But normally I slather strawberry jam on top, like a whole layer of thick jam. But I didn't. I just put a little butter on it. So I am determined that I'm going to lose weight. And then for dinner, I just had some Greek yogurt with my high protein granola and some strawberries and some honey on top, which is like my favorite breakfast, but I had it for dinner. All right, and then we need to do a ribbon. So I'm going to do a fancy bow. So what you do is you start with it in your hands like this. Then you go around and around and around and around, and then you're going to go cut it. So you're going to take this piece that just came around here, and you're going to put it through here, through there, and grab it. And then it's coming off here. All right, so this little loop right here, when you come back around, you want to put it, gosh, I am like all thumbs today. Put it back through this. Ah, there we go. And pull it really tight. And so there's your bow. Take it off your fat fingers. Wait a minute, something happened wrong. I did something wrong. Wait a minute. I think I must have gone through the last part wrong. Let me try it again. I can do it fast, but it's hard when you got to do it slow. All right. And then take that, put it through, down through here. And then you go under here. That should be right that time. Okay. And then here's my bow. Oh, I did 3 on one side and 2 on the other side. That's why it's not right. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. We're going to get it. That's what's wrong. I did it extra time. So you come from the bottom and go through the hole. I I counted wrong. There we go. All right. Now I let all the curl out of the ribbon. It's really not that hard. I practiced yesterday. Now I already forgot how to do it. All right. That's kind of a big one. I can't make it any smaller. Let me try it again. We're going to get this. Oh, a bow maker would be a good idea. Okay. Once, twice. Cut. All right, so now when you come up from the bottom is when you do it. I'm trying to get this smaller. I should have done one ahead of time just to make sure I wouldn't mess up. Because then I would have been able to do it right if I had, there we go. Okay, that one's better. It's still kind of big. All right, so we're gonna put that down. And also we have some gems. I need to practice more. Only way I can lose weight is cut carbs and eliminate sugar. Yep. Well, the only bread that I eat is sourdough bread. So, and I don't eat very much of it at all. Like I had one piece today. All right, so put this down right there. Put your bow on. And then I love having like this curls there. Let's trim it just a little bit. All right, and then I've got some gems. We're going to be using the Pretty Peacock ones. So I'm going to do a couple of the big ones. Actually, oh, I do have some small ones here. These don't want to come off very good. Do one little one there. All right, and then we're going to squirt it with some shimmer spray. I love these gems. These are the low profile sparkle dots. If you want the number, it's 166157. I should start giving you the numbers for all those. And remember, you can always order from me. I'd love to have you as a customer. All right, we put extra on today. Uh-oh, too much. Oh, I don't think I sprayed this one yet. There you go. All right, so let that dry for a second. And there you go. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Just my bow is a little bit too big, but that's okay. It's okay. What do you guys think? Love that DSP. I know it's so pretty, so pretty. And this folder goes really well with it too, I think. It's kind of like grungy a little bit. I have a bow maker. What is your morning drink, Kathy? I'm not doing Ozempic. Ugh. You know, I tried that for like 3 weeks one time. This is way back when, like 2 years ago when it first was like popular. And I was so sick. I did it for like 3 weeks and I was so sick. I kept thinking maybe it would get better and it didn't. And so I stopped. And now I keep seeing all these things about it that it causes cancer and all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. And they say once you stop doing it, you gain the weight back. But I do have some friends who have done it. Kathy says she has hot liquid every morning, coffee. I don't drink coffee or hot tea. I usually don't drink anything hot. I like everything with ice in it. The bone broth that I have, oh shoot, I'll have to look and see. I think it's called Bare Bones bone broth. It comes in little packets. It's on Walmart and it's on Amazon. And it's not that expensive. It's kind of like $1 a packet, I think. Okay, so you ready for a joke? Let me pull up my joke. Okay, you ready? A drunk stumbles into a rough and tumble Hell's Angels bar, orders a drink, and starts swaying on his stool. After a minute, he notices 3 bikers at a corner table. The biggest, meanest looking guy sitting right in the middle. The drunk lurches over, plants his hands on the table, and slurs, Hey, buddy, I was at your grandma's house today. Saw her walking down the hall buck naked. Man, she's one fine looking woman. The bar goes quiet. The biker's friends exchange glances. Everyone knows this guy throws fists at the slightest insult. Yet the biker just stares straight ahead, stone-faced. The drunk grins, leans closer, and said, "Not only that, I got it on with your grandma. Best I ever had." The biker's friends are now clenching their fists, ready to explode, but the man doesn't move. Finally, the drunk wobbles, puts his face inches away from him, and blurts, "And you know what, boy? Your grandma, she liked it." That's when the biker slowly stands, towering over the drunk. He grips him by the shoulders, looks him dead in the eyes, and growls, "Grandpa, you're drunk. Go home." In the bar erupts in laughter. So it was his grandpa. I didn't see that one coming when I started reading because I was thinking, oh, this one's kind of risque. I don't know if I can do it. But then I read the punchline. I'm like, okay, it's not too bad. I thought that was funny. All right, it's time for some card giveaways. And I've got a couple that were not claimed yet from last time. So Kim and Gail, I've got yours. And I've got a couple Valentine cards to give away. And this one. So we've got these 4 cards. Oh, you guys like that one. I'm so glad. Yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you? You were thinking, man, Lisa's doing a dirty joke tonight. Tell that one to your husbands. I think they'll like it. Okay, first winner is Grace Sugimoto. Grace Sugimoto. Next one is Helen Williams. Next one is Kathleen Langosh. And the last one is Vicky Kemp. All right, there you go, everybody. So if your name is called, here's my, I always forget this. Here's my email address. So you can send me an email at stampgirl2@cox.net. And I will put your card in the mail. And then don't forget, you have a couple more days to get this card kit. And if your order is over $100 or more, here's the addresses for cards and prayers for everybody. And then I also have some kits to give away. Well, no, not really give away, but if you want to buy them, I have quite a few. Okay, I got 2 of the pink napkin kits. So these are $20 each, and they come with the sample card. So 2 of those, and that includes shipping. So 2 of the pink napkin, 2 of the blue napkin. The pear kit, that's the one we just had last time. And then the pumpkin easel card and the brushed with beauty kit. So all of those. And if you missed it, just press rewind and look at that again. All right, you guys, that is it. We are done early tonight. Anybody got any questions or anything? Don't forget, we got all those specials going on. So you get the $5 extra bonus for every $50 you spend. You get a coupon for $5 on top of your regular rewards. And then also you got the product of the month with a $75 order or more. And then the card kit with the $100 order or more. So if you order $100, you get all that. So that's a good deal. So there you go. All right, you guys, I hope you liked the card tonight. And you can find that in the the Spring Mini catalog. And I am going to be on Thursday night with the new kit. So I wasn't planning on being on Thursday night, but then I saw what date it was, the 15th, and I'm like, I can't wait till Saturday, really. So, because Saturday would be the 17th. So I'm going to go ahead and do one on Thursday. So make sure you tune in Thursday at 7 Eastern time for a new video. And you guys take care. Have a great rest of your week till I see you in 2 days. And I'll go back and look at some of the comments because I know I missed a ton. But thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff for me. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.